Yeah, and to add to that, I mean, I like how you said the old school methods, like CMMs throw them out, vision
Yeah.
systems throw them out. You don't want to do that, but it is true. Like CT is the future, especially with this niche of product. When you're talking like speed to market, you have your color map. You send that to your tool maker. You send it to your project engineer. You send it to your customer. They have an interactive color map that they can manipulate. Hey, do we need new tolerances? We have those conversations right away. We don't have to wait. Let's have a tech come in. We're going to look at the data. We're going to bring the design team in. Back and forth for weeks. If anyone's done any validation work, it takes a lot of back and forth to get something done. With something like this, you have those answers a lot faster. They're not a couple weeks in the lab with competing with production inspection equipment or projects or other projects in the lab. So it really does help speed things up. And again, like I said, you don't need high-tech people. They can review these things on their end, come back to you, and I don't know. I've been doing this for a while, and this is pretty awesome stuff. Like I love it. So
Yeah, so let me add in two other things. Not so much speed, but I think important. So one thing is print interpretation. So we go back to the color map, basically. So I know prints well enough to where it's 9 out of 10 prints I see are pretty awful when it comes to GD&T and the way they're dimensioned. So that's a great thing about the CT and color mapping, basically, is anyone can look at a picture and see, okay, hot colors, I got positive material, cold colors, I'm negative material. And then another big point with CT scanning is it's very repeatable, and it's one gauge. So you can take one single part, put it in a CT scanner, and you can get pretty much all dimensions with that CT scan. As to kind of an old school method where you're using multiple gauges, every gauge has its own uncertainty. So my calipers, the accuracy on those might be 25 microns, and then I got my pin gauges, and then I got this. The CT scanner, it's all one gauge, and it's very accurate and repeatable. So and honestly, really, that does help speed the market, because if you do gauge R&Rs, and anyone who's failed a gauge R&R, you got to redo it over again. So you can imagine that is time consuming. So yeah.